It's Week 7 of the NFL. Coming up, we'll see Sam Howell. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
Now leading them out, someone who's forged an excellent career as a 6th-round pick way back in 2011. From Virginia Tech, Tyrod Taylor.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
2nd and 10.
Play action, now Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Now 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson because stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards leading the Commanders.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Back to throw, Howell. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. You talk about this Giant defense.
Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former number 2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Taylor. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Giants. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They go play action with Howell. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Out left to Dotson. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And fights through one man. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Commanders have regained the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They go play action now. Taylor rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Taylor will throw.
And a pass complete to Waller on the out route.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Taylor. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
62 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The New York set to take the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And this this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
Now Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series in the second half. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now he'll look to throw it. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now Howell.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Howell.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bates.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
And once more, Howell back to the air. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates from 6 yards away. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Yeah, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Taylor.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
Touchdown, Giants!
Daniel Bellinger,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Byron Pringle now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
He gets it to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And this will be caught at the 30.
reception. 66 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found it downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Ojulari continuing to look like a real presence for the Giants. 5.5 sacks and 3 forced fumbles in only 7 games in 2022. Let's see what the pace looks like for him if he's able to avoid the injury bug.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd.
Throwing here, Howell.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Play action, it's Taylor. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Taylor to throw. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
A 1st down run from Barkley, pretty well defended, giving 3 yards on the play. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
From midfield now, here's Taylor. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Howell now to throw it. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
2nd and 10, Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Howell looking to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Robinson up the middle.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Now a 2nd and 10. And Howell will throw it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Taylor.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go to Barkley again. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Washington on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Taylor. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. The 20. Big yardage now on the scramble. It gets him the first down.
Still covered him here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scramble for that first. After the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Throwing now is Taylor. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants might be moving closer to an elusive second win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 11, 1:45 to play. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Finding Samuel. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Howell to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Giants, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next.